Jasper is at preschool. Fantastic. And look at this weather. Definitely time to try and get my rubbery legs back outside for a run. Oh dear. These trainers are still a bit damp from the half marathon. Oh, that's not nice. Luckily this is going to be a really short run. Mainly because my legs still feel quite sore. But I want to get out there because, well, look at it. It's gorgeous. Oh I was literally seconds away from a terrible mistake. I don't have the keys with me. Better. Can't believe I almost did that. I can already tell this was a really bad idea. Oh, my legs are killing me. Today, I'm going to talk about, actually, you know what? I'm going to talk when I'm not running. You know, weirdly enough, it actually felt good to stretch my legs a little bit. So what I am going to talk about today, just check I've got my keys. All good. Is what governments can do to improve the infrastructure situation. And this has been prompted by one of my subscribers who has let me know about a petition for the UK, but the broad principles of what governments can or can't do are probably applicable more or less everywhere. Got my lunch. I just need to nip out quickly to do some shopping before I go get Jasper because he's got a bit of a play date today. Wow, it's toasty in here. Lovely. The thing about this play date is I'm probably gonna have to do some dinner, and I think pizzas, that's a great idea. Quick and easy and yummy. Good example of what I mean about what governments can do is the town I'm in at the moment, as far as I know, it doesn't have any charge points, and it's not a small town, and even if it does have some, I wouldn't know where to find them. And even if I knew where to find them, I'm probably not a member of the right network to actually use them. You can't point me in the direction of pizzas, can you? Pizzas, yeah. Yes. Where are the pizzas? Ooh, found them. Excellent. Ah, that was super efficient shopping trip. Got loads of time, which is great because it means I can actually eat my lunch. Because I'm a big fan of actually eating. Well, I am after a run anyway. Governments are a bit of a thorny issue, I've noticed, because there's quite a large spectrum of opinion on whether governments should or shouldn't get involved. I think sometimes they do have a place, because what they do is enable activities to happen which are not necessarily going to be a commercially sensible thing to do. You know, small village somewhere, 22 kilowatt hour post, not going to be used a huge amount, let's be honest. So why would anyone bother putting one in if they had to make money from it? Well, they probably won't. Now I think what the government should do is, rather than putting taxpayers' dollars behind installing chargers, because let's face it, they're probably going to make a right pig's ear of it. They'll spend too much on the wrong sort of chargers in the wrong sort of places. So rather than do that, I think mandating something to do with planning permission and petrol forecourts sounds like quite a sensible idea, because they have money, they are going to make money, they're placed all over the place. I mean, basically, I think it should be a condition of the license that you sell petrol that you also have at minimum a 22 kilowatt hour 3-phase AC type 2 socket, and it wouldn't actually use a huge amount of power. I mean, you can't tell me that a petrol forecourt can't find the spare juice for that sort of a charger setup. Now, a lot of cars aren't going to get very much speed out of that, and hopefully the petrol forecourts will also think to themselves, you know what, why don't we slap in a nice CHAdeMO unit and make some money out of this too? Because of course, I don't think the government should say that you can't sell the electricity through that point. I think they should, and I think the petrol forecourts will be quite happy with that as well, because they make their money from people spending in the shop, and guess what, you're going to be there probably a little bit longer than a petrol or diesel, even if you've got a really high powered CHAdeMO unit. Now, I'm going to link to this particular petition in the description below, so if you want to check it out or sign it, you know how to find it. The petition is calling more on the government to make local councils install charging points, which in my experience, when local councils install charging points, you generally can't use them when you need them. That won't be true for everyone, but certainly in my experience, that is the big problem. The thing about a petrol forecourt is they know how to sell energy. That's their business, that's what it's built on. They know how to make money from selling energy too. That's why they all have a little shop next to them, and the ones that don't have gone bust. It makes perfect sense, as far as I can see, to put the onus on them. And that is something that government can do, because although I think eventually petrol stations are going to move in that direction anyway, they're going to need some help getting there to begin with, because there isn't a strong commercial reason for doing it just at this exact point in time. I think there will be, but we'll get there quicker if they support it, and they won't support it unless they're made to support it. That's where government comes in. See, just clever little bit of regulation in just the right places. And one thing I do know for sure is that, generally speaking, the ineptitude of governments to spend taxpayers' money in an effective and efficient way is just mind-blowing. Whether you think government should get involved or not, one thing is for sure: when they do get involved, it's usually a mess. Just look at the vehicle tax bans they've introduced in this country at the moment. Wow! It used to be relatively simple. You paid a certain amount every year, depending on your emissions of your vehicle. Why they couldn't just change that to say you pay a certain amount every year depending on how much we want your vehicle on your type of vehicle on the road. So big dirty polluting diesel pays a bit more, small efficient petrol engine a little bit less, electric vehicle a lot less or nothing, range extended EV a little bit above nothing. You know what I mean? It'd just be so easy to do, and you just pay that every year. And no, instead we've got some horrifically complicated thing with a premium rate extra amount. You've got different bands for the first year, then 2 different possible amounts you might be paying in the second year, and this continues forever, except for the amount for premium cars. That amount you only pay for 5 years. Have I lost you yet? The amount of money they must have spent on analysts and consultants to come up with this wacky concept is probably more than it would cost them to install a charge point in every town and village throughout the UK. Well, maybe not quite. Salmon and cream cheese sandwiches. Thank you, Soph. Time to go get Jasper now. Oh, what an efficient day. What gorgeous weather. Oh, I love the way it does this. England always seems to do this. You get a nice sunny March, usually, maybe running into the beginning of April, and then boom, proper summer starts. We're going to get in and prepare for summer in the garden. The thing about England is you've just got to take the summers when they come. Right, out you get, monkey. I'm going to get the skateboards, the scooters, maybe a little ride-on tractor or two. We're all going to head out into the garden and enjoy this incredible weather. Oh. What's wrong? What's wrong?
There's down in my phone.
Wow, that's amazingly quick. Right, go on then. Careful. Oh. No, not backwards.
I'm going
All right then. I think I'm going to say goodbye for the day now. Let me know what you think. How involved should the government be with EVs. And also, if you have any tips on teaching a 3-year-old to ride a skateboard or a penny board, leave them in the section below as well. I hope you've all enjoyed today's blog post. If you have, remember to like it and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlogs. Bye! Right, do you want to take your helmet off?
Okay.
Come here, Monkey. And you got to take your shoes off as well. Well done, good boy.